Alright, let's do something cool. Watch this code carefully and try to predict the output. Now, let's run it. Boom! The first call prints 1. The second call prints 2. But wait, shouldn't count reset to 0 each time? Why is it remembering its previous value? This is happening because of closures in JavaScript. But don't worry, I'll break it down for you visually, step by step. Let's go. To really understand this, let's visualize what's happening under the hood. Imagine JavaScript is setting up a virtual workspace, and we're going to see how variables and functions interact dynamically. Step 1. Defining outer. First, we declare a function outer. Inside this function, we initialize count equals 0. Think of this as a small storage box that belongs to outer. Step 2. Defining inner and returning it. Inside outer, we define another function, inner. This function increments count and logs it. But here's the twist. We return inner. At this moment, inner is still inside outer, waiting to be used. Step 3, calling outer and assigning increment. Now, we do this. Const increment equals outer. What happens here? Outer executes, creating a new scope. Count is initialized to 0. Inner is returned, but not executed yet. At this point, outer finishes running. But here's where closures come in. Even though outer is done executing, the variable count does not disappear. It stays inside the returned inner function, keeping its value alive. Step 4. First call to increment. Now, when we increment, we're actually calling inner. The function runs, increments count from 0 to 1, and prints it. Count ++ changes count from 0 to 1. Console log count prints 1. Step 5. Second call to increment. Here's where the magic happens. When we call increment again, it remembers the previous value of count instead of resetting it. The count was already 1 from the last call. The count ++ now changes it from 1 to. The console log count prints 2. And that, my friends, is how closures work. Inner keeps a reference to count even after outer has finished running. This is what makes closures so powerful. They allow functions to remember variables from their original scope. Imagine a vending machine. When you insert a coin, it remembers the amount you put in. If you add more, it doesn't forget. It keeps track of the total until you press the dispense button. Closures work the same way. Your function holds onto data even after the parent function has completed. So, let's recap what we learned today. Closures let functions remember variables from their original scope. Even when the outer function finishes, its variables live inside the inner function. This is super useful for things like private variables, caching, and event handlers. If this explanation helped, give this video a thumbs up. And if you love these visual breakdowns, hit subscribe. Have any queries, then please do comment below. Want to learn how hosting works in JavaScript? Then check the video showing on the screen. See you there. Happy coding!